Hi, I'm back. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to be talking to Roshan from Permission to Fly, and I'm really excited to learn more about their event that they're having. Here we go. Come on and tell us all about it. I hope everybody's having a great Monday so far. Here in Vancouver, it's Monday. Oh, here we go. Hi. Good
Hey,
morning. How are you?
I am doing fabulous. How are you?
I'm great. Apparently, there's supposed to be some kind of storm here, rain or something like that. But I'm great. I'm inside and toasty warm. Very grateful.
I'm trying to get this Instagram layout always gets me because it's totally different than how you set it up on your phone.
I know it is, isn't it? I know. And some people make it just look so fantastic. And
I know. How
so
are you? Oh, wait, turn off. Wait. I got my. Hold on 1 second. My speaker's acting crazy.
I'm great. I'm inside and toasty warm. Very grateful.
I'm trying to get. I don't know how to. Okay, I'm ready.
Ready?
Yes.
So we're here with Roshan from Permission to Fly, a nonprofit organization. I'm very excited to hear about your event that you guys are having soon. Next week? Is it next week?
November the 7th. So we got about 2 weeks to go.
2 weeks to go. The final push there. Now, why don't you tell us a bit about it? You and I have chatted about it kind of offline here, and I'm really excited about it. I wish I lived closer because I would totally be there. So why don't you tell me about it and our viewers about it as well?
Well, first of all, Permission to Fly means to fully love yourself. And we're geared to women and girls with rare visible conditions such as Bell's palsy, vitiligo, alopecia, lupus, all of those things that are visible and you can't change them. It's just part of what's going on in your immune system. So we do mentorship through the performing arts. So our goal is to get women and girls to embrace the beauty and what's unique about them and that unique thing. So of course, mine is Bell's palsy. And so the goal is to embrace what it is, learn how to share your story after that so you can bring someone else along. So we're doing a workshop called The Arts, and it's going to be in College Park this year. And basically it's performing arts workshops. Is open to anybody. You don't have to be unique to do any of our events. But this is one of the programs that we use in our organization to promote self-confidence, self-love, and help. You know, when you have the performing arts, especially in dance, you have to wear certain outfits and costumes that show your skin, and you need to learn to be confident in that and be okay with showing whatever it is about you. So we do this workshop. Again, it is open to anybody. It's not just dance. There's an empowerment class about self-love. There's a poetry writing class. If you've ever wanted to learn how to express yourself on paper, we've got a drama class. And then of course we've got the dance classes with jazz dance, African dance, ballet dance, modern hip hop, and some renowned instructors from Atlanta that are going to be there. And this is November the 7th. It's a Sunday, and it's in College Park, and it is a fundraiser. So the classes are $40 for unlimited classes, plus, oh, I didn't say, then we have a concert at the end. So the concert at the end of the workshop is performed by all of our amazing instructors, and they do empowering, uplifting performances that encourage you to embrace the beauty in yourself. So that's what we're doing. Yeah.
I love it. And then I think that that's so great. Now, us talking, offline as well. I was a dancer my whole life as well. So we have that in common. I mean, what a small world. So of course I love how you're marrying the two interests or parts of your life together. Right. And that's fantastic. Like that's such a cool marriage of, your two passions together. I mean, that's kind of what we, try to do in life is,
right. I own a dance wear boutique. I had a dance studio for 10 years. And due to injuries, I've broken my neck, ruptured the disc in my back, all of that stuff. So due to some of those injuries and age, I had to close my studio. So I always say sometime that you need to create a new twist to your dream. And so So mine was going from dance studio to dance wear store. And so that's how I ended up selling the dance wear. And it lets me stay in front of kids and still inspire and encourage and mentor them that way. Yeah.
I have a similar story. I danced my whole life. My mom owned the dance studio that we danced at, my sister and I, and then we started running dance competitions. And so similar, stay involved in the community. No longer doing that now, but it's still, it's such a community, and make lifelong friends and lessons.
Absolutely. And so, well, that's how Permission to Fly came about. So I had my school, and you teach kids and you become their mentors. You don't know that you're mentoring people when you're doing it. You're just doing what you do. And then as they grow up, you see that you actually implanted something into them. And so one of my students, after she grew up, she had something called Erb's palsy. And Erb's palsy happens when you're born, and it causes nerve damage to your arm. And so you never are able to lift your arm all the way. So as a lot of babies have it, but of course she's 26 and she comes back, and I think somebody must have said something to her one day about it. And she was like, let's do something. And so that's how we started Permission to Fly, to empower, because I had the Bell's palsy, she had Erb's palsy, and we're like, well, let's do something. And she's a dancer. So at this time, I'm still not empowered by my Bell's palsy yet. I don't want to be in front of people. I don't want to be in front of a camera. I don't want people taking pictures of me. The whole Bell's palsy thing, you know what I mean? Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we did.
So I was like, well, cool. Because she's young, beautiful, she'll be the face, and I can be behind the scenes running everything. And that, I'm like, well, this will work. This is what we're gonna do.
That's great. Also,
go ahead. You were like breaking up a lot.
I am. Oh, with your passion too, it's great to find a partner that you can do that you don't necessarily have to be in front of, the camera. I enjoy being on stage and speaking and doing that part. So people don't, and that's great to have that kind of, that marriage as well.
Well, sadly, she was killed in a car accident.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
And so that was my partner, my daughter-in-law, everything. So I had to become the face of the organization, whether I wanted it or not, because I couldn't let the legacy die, because that's her legacy. So now I am the face. And so, it's one of those things where I can sit here and keep telling people, get out here and do what you want to do. You're beautiful, you're this and you're that. And then if I'm not doing the same things or believing the same things, then I'm just kind of being a hypocrite. So I had to become the example of all the advice that I'm giving other people.
Well, you're doing you look beautiful. I had a similar experience a couple of weeks ago. I got married, and
congratulations.
Thank you. And I had that trouble of, the photos came, and right, oh, my eye looks weird, oh, my mouth is doing a weird thing, and my husband is like, Barbie, nobody can see that, like nobody can see it. You're just looking for it. And I said, I know, but it's there. That's the first thing that we look at. And because it wasn't there before, I wasn't born with it. Not that I'm saying for people that happens to, I'm not saying it makes it easier, but it's just different because you have something to compare it to. You have that, oh, I didn't have that before. I'm not sure who I'm losing. I think your internet connection might be buffering a little bit, but we'll see if maybe you come back. I don't know what happened there. That was weird.
That was me. My thumb hit something, and then that was it.
That's okay. I mean, the interview is so fantastic. I mean, I was just saying that to somebody I was doing the interview with last week. I mean, social media can be challenging in some ways, but how cool is this that we're having this chat, and we can talk about palsy and things like that. So for those joining us, I was just mentioning about how in my wedding photos are new, and I talk about, we're the same, where we're talking about, just embrace it, get out there, do your thing. And it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen to us, where you sit there and you're still picking everything apart. And for myself, I don't know how long since you had Bell's palsy, but it's been almost 6.5 years for me, and it's still, you know, I've had to relearn the smile and relearn the things, but I never shied away from photos, and I never shied away from, you know, things like being on camera and stuff, and now I do, and you know, that's something for us that's real. And it's hard when it's something that you had that is taken away from you, especially when it's your face, and that's what we put out in the world.
And I struggle a lot with like my teeth. Like it looks like I'm missing a tooth or teeth when I talk. And so I really think that a lot of times I'm trying to go out for these like pitch conversation speaking gigs and things like this, and you have to send in a video. And so people that don't know, I think that they're looking at me like, I will not put her on my stage unless she gets her teeth fixed. But I mean, they're like, they're all there.
Yeah.
But
like when you start the video, just be like, full disclosure, how did I hear?
My teeth are here. It's part of my story.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing, we can tell ourselves that, and most days you're like, okay, yeah, get up, do the things, but you know, we're the same, where there's, you know, a lot of bad days, or you're tired. Like for me, like when I'm tired, or, you know, I drank too much wine last night or whatever, your face gets tired on that side, and whatever, gotta roll with it. And quite honestly, that, excuse me, is why I do live videos, because I tried at first with Bell's palsy talk to do videos, and I was going to edit them, and they were going to be perfect, and all the things, and I didn't post them. I never posted them because that was what I was always worried about. There's always something, right? So now that's why I do live videos. That's exactly why, is because it's done. Like, yeah, it's done. Speaking to an audience now. You know, and like you're saying, being on a video or on a stage or things where you're like, oh, let's do it. You know, what do I got to lose? So I really applaud you. I'm so excited to hear about your event and hear about how it goes. Good for you for putting yourself out there, especially if it's not your, you know, comfort zone or what you wanted to. And
it's got to be
so amazing.
Well, I did the same thing on my my business is called Miss Rose Dance Closet. So I started something called What You Know Wednesdays. And I need to do it again. And I've been saying I'm going to do exactly this for Permission to Fly, but it's getting up the nerves to do it and not videotaping it and just doing it. And it's not that I don't want to do it. I love doing this. I just don't want to see myself doing it.
Yeah.
But again, my whole platform is fully love yourself. So I don't think people realize that within my platform, I am one of my members myself. You know, I'm sure I'm learning too still.
Yeah.
I'm a part of the group.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's the way to do it. It's like any group, you know, Weight Watchers or, you know, AA or anything. That's where we bring together people with a common issue or challenge or passion. And, you know, that's what I'm really working hard to do here at Bell's palsy, because it's really important to me, and I know you feel the same, for people to feel like you're not alone. It doesn't,
not alone.
You know, I when I got Bell's palsy, I felt alone. Nobody really understood, because it's not, you know, it's not a cancer, or you're not going to die.
Right. It's not fatal, and people don't understand that you're so torn and stuff.
You're losing yourself, but you're not really. And you know, we spend so much time being like, I shouldn't have this much grief over it. I shouldn't. And those feelings are real. And people who have experienced it on this platform, we don't have to explain that to each other. You know, we can joke around it and make the jokes and be there for each other without having to explain it. So that's just, I think
it's just like taking pictures, because people looking at us, they don't understand. They're like, well, you are smiling when you talk, you are doing this. But when you actually see the pictures, that's when you can see how crooked and things that you are. And I don't think people realize that while I'm talking to you and I look fine, it's when you actually take the pictures. Like you can do like when I do this event and people are going to take pictures, they're going to see me a bunch of pictures, and they're probably going to look at them then like, what? I don't remember her looking like this. I don't remember her face being twisted like this. But it is. Mm-hmm. It is. And it shows on pictures a lot. And then I have the whole twitching and the hearing too loud and
yeah, there's always that reminder.
yes. Right. So when I got my Bell's palsy, I've had it since 2008, and I was having a severe toothache. And so now whenever I get a toothache, I'm like,
right.
Yeah.
I bet. Mine was in my ear. Like I didn't have a lot of pain, but I had that like, oh, you're getting sick kind of feeling in your ear, like itchy inside. And same thing. Now I'm like, oh my God. Like, so, yeah, it's hard. It's hard. But I'm just so grateful to come together with people like yourself. I think that's wonderful that you're putting together this event, honoring your partner and getting out there and being brave. And, you know, those are the kind of stories that I love to share with the people that I have in this community. So thank you so much for sharing your story. I can't wait to hear how the event goes.
I see a couple of my board members on, so thank y'all for turning.
Yeah. And I we'll share the video. I'll piece together the parts that we had here. I hope it goes great. There won't be a virtual aspect to this one, you said?
Not this year. We will probably do it next year. And then when we have our virtual brunch, that'll be virtual.
Great.
I'm loving the connection, and we'll just definitely stay connected.
Absolutely. I can't wait to hear how it goes. Let me know. And of course, if there's any virtual aspects, I'll be there. Have a wonderful day. Best of luck. And you go fly. Ha.
Thank you so much. Bye.